Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. It's been a few days, weeks since I've made a video, so I thought I would make a really big one for you today. I'm deep cleaning my house. This is the first part of this video. I'm going to have a part two. I ended up cleaning my dishwasher, my oven, my cabinets, my refrigerator, my bathroom, my master bathroom. Just a lot of different cleaning motivation in this video. Hopefully it gets you guys some motivation to do the same for your house. The next video I have will be the rest of the house, and then I will be doing my Christmas decorating video, which I'm really excited about. I have so many Christmas decorations, and we're in a new home, so I get to decorate my house just like top to bottom, so I'm super excited about that. But if you need some major cleaning motivation to get your house done, then just keep watching. Alright, so as you can see, the very first thing that I started on was my oven. It was incredibly disgusting. So what happened is my son had cooked a pizza in the oven, and instead of using, like, I don't know, a pan to remove the pizza from the oven, he tried to use a spatula. And the pizza literally broke to pieces, and it face planted with cheese down onto the oven door. So the oven was literally caked with cheese, and it's like burnt, nasty, disgusting cheese. So that is why the oven looks absolutely awful. The next thing I'm doing is my dishwasher, and I am just setting it up to where I did vinegar first, and then I'm going back with a layer of baking soda, and I let the baking soda sit for about 30 minutes before I turned it on. So I am doing like a full oven and dishwasher clean. Onto the timer and getting everything done. And man, this was like this wasn't all done in one day, but it has been super satisfying to get all of this stuff clean and have my home look like really nice and like desirable after all of this. So yeah. Alright y'all, the oven just ended its cleaning cycle. Let's see what it looks like, because before it looked absolutely awful. Oh my gosh, what a difference. That looks so much better. I don't know if y'all remember, but this was disgusting and completely black. So I'm going to go with a rag, and I'm going to wipe it down the best I can, and then I might end up putting some Dawn on there and finish to clean up the rest of it. But oh my gosh, that makes a gigantic difference. Yay! As you can tell, I let the oven sit for, it baked for, what, 3 hours as the natural, like, oven cleaner did. And now I'm going back and I'm going to wipe all of this junk out. All of this mess was just, it was all caked on cheese. It's pretty hilarious.
It's already broken from the start. A short-lived love story on a street in Italy. Never thought that it would be enough to mend my broken heart. Afraid to drown in memories.
Okay, so I learned at a very young age, I think I was 20 when we first got married, that you don't heat up the oven racks when you're self-cleaning. The very first time that I did this, I literally charred the oven racks and totally turned them like this copper color, and afterwards I found out that you're not supposed to bake them in the oven when it's being self-cleaned. So I now take them out. I usually spray them down really, really well with my thieves cleaner, and then I would go back with this, what is it called? Barkeeper's Friend. And this stuff works amazing as well. It gets all the harsh, like, food off and whatnot. So it's a really, really good cleaner. I let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then I will scrub afterwards, and everything just comes off super easy.
I can't break my heart. It's already broken from the start. No, you can't break my heart.
So I wanted to mention here that I did not continue to just scrub this thing. I wanted to make sure that it was clean, but it didn't have to be like perfect. So I got as much as I could off of it, and then I just kind of moved on. I knew I had a lot of work to get done, and wasting time on this oven rack was just not that important to me. So I pretty much just cleaned it up, did the best I could, and then I put it back in the oven. And sometimes you just have to let it go and move on.
It's 1 a.m. and I ain't tired. I can stand right here and talk all night if you want.
Okay, so now I'm moving on to my refrigerator, and as you can tell, it is super packed. I think I need to put them into like all the condiments in different bottles, like the round ones, to make them fit a little bit better. But yeah, this refrigerator is just jam-packed full of stuff like all the time. I'm not in love with the setup of the refrigerator, but we got it for free when we bought the house, so I'm definitely not complaining. But I do wish that it was a different like configuration where we had the refrigerator on top and the freezer on bottom. But this is sufficient, so I'm just going to deal with it as long as I have to. It's a functioning refrigerator, so there's that. But I'm just going to take everything out of it. I'm wiping down the shelves. I'm actually taking the shelves out and cleaning them off because they had gotten pretty disgusting. And then I'm kind of going to like reorganize the refrigerator in general. There's just so many random things in here, expired stuff, old stuff, but you'll see as I toss stuff away as I'm sitting on the floor in just a minute.
I'm not gonna waste this. What you wanna do now? Should we head back to my place? When you give me that smile, I think my heart's turning up the pace. I don't care about what we do if I get to be with you. What you wanna do now? What's to be afraid of when we're young, stupid, and in love? Fix your eyes on me. I can't help myself, fall in love, I go crazy. What you wanna do now? Should we head back to my place? When you give me that smile, I think my heart's turning up the pace. I don't care about what we do if I get to be with you. What you wanna do now? What's to be afraid of when we're young, stupid, and in love?
So you will probably see a couple of times that this refrigerator has a mind of its own. The door does not like to fully open, so when I have to get shelves and drawers out, it like hits me. So you'll see how it like jolts me to the side, and I'm like fighting with it because I'm trying to get into the refrigerator, and the door is like, nope, I don't think so. So it kind of hits me a couple of times and knocks me loose, but I put it in its place after a while. It's just comical that it keeps hitting me, and it was like, it was driving me crazy, but there was nothing I could do about it, so I just sort of went with it.
I don't wanna grow old. I wish I could turn back time. Stay up all night singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting out in the cold. It wasn't possible to make us embarrassed. We were free.
So as you can see here, I've taken everything out of the drawers, and I'm just showing you the nasty mess in the bottom of it. I'm trying to figure out a really good way to keep the meats in the drawer without them leaking. And I usually put them in like a Walmart bag, but it doesn't always help because there's sometimes holes in the Walmart bags. But I'm trying to come up with a creative way to keep it from like getting stuck in the bottom of the drawer. So anyways, moving on to the shelves. I am watching Carrie. If you guys have not seen her, go check her channel out. Carrie Lynn, I believe is what her channel is called. Sometimes she just gives me the motivation to clean myself. So I watch a lot of YouTubers that are cleaning as I'm cleaning, and I don't know, the music and the motivation itself just helps me want to clean. So I am just scrubbing these shelves down. There was a lot of particles and actually some blood on them. So I did scrub those down really well and disinfect them, and then I will just dry them and put them back in the refrigerator.
I wish I could turn back time. Stay up all night singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting out in the cold. It wasn't possible to make us embarrassed. We were free. Do you remember stealing smokes from your parents? Sometimes we got a bit out of control. When they found out we ran from home just to scare them, we were free. When we were 17. When we were 17. When we were younger, we used to sit on the grass and go, damn, I don't wanna grow old. Stay up all night singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting out in the cold. It wasn't possible to make us embarrassed. We were free. Do you remember stealing smokes from your parents? Sometimes we got a bit out of control. When they found out we ran from home just to scare them, we were free.
So moving on to the drawers, it is incredible how these get dirty so fast. One of them is the meat drawer, the other is the crisper for like vegetables and fruits and stuff. And we have decided that instead of like thawing out the meats in just the drawer, that you have to put them in a Ziploc bag, because those containers or those packages that they're in are not sealed very well, and my goodness, they make a huge mess. I'm considering creating something for this type of situation, but I haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I hate cleaning out the drawers from the mess and then everything starts to stink, so I am getting deep into these drawers. Okay, so I'm jumping on here because I'm editing this video, and I wanted to let you guys know that I lost so many clips from this clean with me because my files got super corrupt, and that is why it's taken me so long to get a video out, because I had to go through piece by piece and figure out which clips were corrupt and take them out and redo this video. So I apologize, it's been like 2 weeks since I've posted a video, but I definitely have more coming, so stay tuned for that.
It's just the way that I get every time that I am with
complicated with you. Hey, playing songs on the radio, sing along to the words that we don't know how. Brings out the hours. Let's just run away.
I'm also slowly transitioning from a laptop that I have used since my daughter was born, and she's 11, to a desktop. And they're both MacBooks, but everything just works a little bit differently, and certain things decide when they want to work and decide when they don't. So I'm kind of like learning my iMovie all over again. So bear with me, stick with me, and we'll get through this together. I'm really enjoying the desktop, but it's just been a little bit of an adjustment. Again, I realized that this video is super long. It is 51 minutes. Okay, I had to edit this again because it's actually 41 minutes and everything is just super messed up right now. But I've really cut it down a lot, and it's basically like cleaning my downstairs, and the next video that I'm going to have is like cleaning my upstairs. So I have a part 2 coming, and this is just like a fall clean with me, like all the grease and grime that you've got going on, just like taking care of all of that. So that's the reason that this video is so long, and hopefully it will give you guys plenty of motivation to maybe do the same thing, or you can, like I said, just sit here and watch me do my magic. Okay, this is me trying to condense the garlic that we had. I usually buy a huge thing of garlic from Costco, and it lasts a really long time, and I use it in almost every meal, like every dinner meal that we have. And I guess my husband had bought a separate can, jar, whatever you call it, of garlic, and didn't realize that there was 2 things sitting in the refrigerator, which is taking up space. So I just took the one smaller can and put it into the larger one, and it was not wanting to come out, so I had to stick my finger in there. Fortunately, my hands were clean from cleaning the shelves, so everything was all good. But I honestly think I might possibly eventually get those little round clear bottles to put my condiments in, because I really think things will fit better. Let me know if you guys have ever done that. Taken the condiment that you have and poured it into like the small round bottles like you see at like Subway and those places where they're like labeled on their own, but they're just round bottles, and I think they just fit a little bit better in the refrigerator, and they give you some more space. I'm considering doing that, but I don't know if it's worth the time, so let me know if you guys have ever done that.
So just tell me if I'm wrong, but it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Yeah. Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true.
Okay, now I'm going to go in and do my absolute best to organize this refrigerator. Again, I really wish I had like the refrigerator portion on top and the freezer portion on the bottom, because I just think that layout just fits I don't know, it just fits better. You can organize things so much easier, but I don't want to complain, although I am complaining. I have a refrigerator, it is functioning, it works, it serves its purpose, so I just need to be happy about that. But all of these black containers are my husband's meal prep for the week, and then we have like fresh fruits and vegetables. I have my pickles. If anybody else doesn't like Clausen pickles, then you're on the wrong channel. Totally kidding. Clausen pickles are the only ones that I will eat because they taste the best. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'm just trying to stack everything in the refrigerator the best way I can so that it fits, so that it looks okay. And all of these drawers, I don't even know what these are called, these inserts on the doors, they're terrible. They break, they fall out, they don't hold much weight, they're awful. This refrigerator, I tell you, is just not my friend. But I did end up just pulling them out, cleaning them up, and reorganizing them. but for some reason I can't get them to stay in the refrigerator. I don't know if it was the way they were made or if they're like a secondhand product. They probably came from China. I don't know. But I'm trying my best to like organize them and get it all cleaned up and make it look a little bit nicer and organized and just look better. So anyways, that's just the next step that I'm doing, and then I will move on to the freezer. The freezer was a little bit easier to clean, mostly just because it was a smaller space, but I realized how much stuff I had jam-packed in there, and I was afraid that the drawer that pulls out at the bottom, as well as the racks, I was nervous they were going to break because everything's frozen. So I pulled everything out. We had so many ice packs, and I am taking like all of the space in the door, the shelves, what are they called? I don't know, the containers on the doors. I put as many ice packs on that as I could, and then I put the meats at the very bottom, just in case anything drips out of those for whatever odd reason. It is caught in the drawer, and then everything else I was trying to make it like in category whatever. So I put like certain things on the bottom shelf, certain things on the top shelf, like I said, in kind of categories. This refrigerator is missing a middle rack, so I pretty much put like the big bulky stuff on the bottom shelf and like the smaller stuff on the higher shelf. And we do have an ice machine, so that's what that block is at the top, and it's kind of picky and choosy whether it wants to work or not. So sometimes we use it and sometimes we don't. The water dispenser is completely broken. That's another story. But like I said, this freezer was a little bit easier than the refrigerator, and I'm just kind of going through and deciding what I need and what I don't need, what's expired, what's frostbitten. I had like 3 bags of these fish sticks, which the kids were loving at one point, and then they kind of just got bored of them. So now we have like 3 bags of frozen fish sticks.
Now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud 9. Look into my eyes, you can use them as a mirror. You're my ticket to paradise.
Okay, this is the point where I kind of started to put like meats at the bottom. I put like vegetables and frozen fruits on the middle shelf, and then like breads and stuff on the top. Just whatever was like lightest I put at the very top, and then what was heavier I put in the middle. So I was just trying to kind of organize, what's the word? Help me out, guys. I was just trying to kind of coordinate. Unfortunately, this area is so like slim that I wasn't really able to put like buckets in there. If I could, I might even order like another shelf for this area, because those wire racks just, I don't know, there's just not a lot of space without the wire racks. So I may order another one just to kind of help reorganize this area. But like I said, this refrigerator is just not very good with space. It's not very good with just, I don't know, it's not an ideal refrigerator, even though it is an ideal refrigerator.
I'm driving, you're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you.
I just wanted to mention that most of the stuff that you see in this clip is actually from our neighbors. We have a really, really nice neighbor that brings us food almost every week. She's such a sweetheart. I just realized I totally cut off filming for the end of this, but everything in the freezer is now back in the freezer. Don't panic. Alright, you guys. So we switched our fan around so it is blowing like the other direction. Instead of when you need it cold, you want it hot to push the hot air down. This is what came off of my fan when my son turned it on. I literally have dust bunnies on my bed. I guess it's time to clean the fan because that's super gross. Look how nasty that is. Ah! Okay. So here all I'm using is a simple e-cloth, just our simple microfiber cloth, I think is what it's called. It's a yellow cloth from an e-cloth, and it just really attracts all the dust. So it's supposed to be just like go into the cloth and not really fall. It kind of has like that static cling to it, so that was the best way that I could get all of the dust off. And I'm on my tippy toes if you're wondering. Oh my gosh. It was. This is so disgusting. This came off my fan. I want to be careful because I'm trying to not get on my pink blanket. This, I mean, we moved in April, and this is what we've had since April. Like, that is so awful. And there's still some on my bed. Some fell off on my bed. Just so nasty. So don't forget to clean your fans. Ugh. I have been meaning for weeks now to clean this countertop or the cabinet area. I cannot believe how dirty these things get. I mean, this is the back of the kitchen island, so it just baffles me that it's so, like, I don't know, the dirt just really clings to it, probably because it's dark wood. But I'm just using this Dawn Platinum spray and really trying to scrub all of the cabinets. But man, let me tell you, after I clean this entire thing, there's stuff that just, I don't know, it drips all over these cabinets. I need to find some kind of like repellent. Is there some kind of like finish that repels the food so when it drips down, it doesn't stick, it doesn't look bad? Let me know. But I was just so needing to wipe these cabinets down. Obviously, you touch them every day when you've got food in your hands or whatever. They just get really dirty and grimy. So I just had to get these clean. They were greasy and they didn't look good. So finally got them wiped down. They looked better, but once again, they will get junked up pretty fast. At first I was taking some of the dish, like the Dawn Dish Power, whatever it's called, and I sprayed it on the cabinets as you saw earlier, and I was just scrubbing them down. And then I got to above where the oven is, and it was so greasy. The grease was like 3 layers thick, so I sprayed it down a couple of times, and then you'll actually see me going in with some lemon oil. I have some Young Living lemon oil, and I was dripping it down the counter so that I could actually get like a thick oil like consistency and like scrub it out of the counters, or out of the cabinets. It was really thick, and I was doing my best to not like scratch up the wood, but just get that thick coat of oil or grease off of the cabinet. Okay, y'all, so as I was going through all of these cabinets and realizing how dark they were, like seriously, not just dark on the inside or outside, but seriously dark on the inside, I'm gonna end up having to get some like shelf paper because I can't see anything on the inside of my cabinets. Does anybody else have that issue? I never realized that with dark cabinets, that I would really have an issue seeing the inside. Like, I have to search for things inside my cabinets because I either need that or I need a light inside. They're so dark. That's one of the reasons that I either want to paint my cabinets or, I don't know, I need to lighten them up somehow. Like, they're a beautiful cherry color, but I'm just not a huge fan of like dark colored cabinets, and I really want to just lighten them up and make them a little bit more like airy and just more noticeable. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Right, this right here is my trash can area, so I was paying like extra, particular attention to getting that part cleaned up because there was so much on the back side of that had like missed the trash can. So just all of these cabinets were just really just grimy and just not clean. It is amazing how fast dark wood gets dirty and how nasty it looks. It shows up everywhere. I'm hoping this stays focused, but I'm in a bathroom, so it might not. Anyways, I have no makeup. It is like 40 degrees outside. It is cold.
So I've got my long sleeves on, I got my pants, which is rare because I don't wear long sleeves very often, but it is cold. Anyways, I got somebody spying on me. So I wanted to show you guys my shower, which doesn't look awful, but when I get like into like the nitty gritty, it looks terrible. So you can kind of see on my shower how it's like, see how it's like frosted? Like you can't see my hand because it's so dirty. I have terrible water stains down here. This whole section is all like water stains. So I've got to get in here and scrub my shower. It is so gross, and it really needs to be cleaned. All this is just like the caulking, and I need to really probably replace that. But I'm gonna come in with, I'm gonna start with some Dawn dish soap. That's what I was using on my counters. And let's see, I'm gonna start with this. I'm just going to spray it down with this, which sounds funny, but hey, it's power wash. So I thought I would try it. And then I'm also going to use, this is kind of cool. I'm gonna use my drill, which sounds funny, but I have this awesome scrub brush on my drill. Look how disgusting that is. It looks worse on camera, to be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna get that all scrubbed up. Scrub a dub. Maybe one more good one up there. So, okay. I don't even know how much of that I used, but this is the big gun I'm talking about. So I actually got this from To Vacuum Do Us Part, Ashley's channel. She used to use this on her countertops. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try this in my bathroom. So I'm gonna start off with the huge brush, and then I have the smaller brush for like the crevices. So I'm going to get to scrubbing.
Again, I apologize for the angle that you're seeing here. I probably should have backed up the camera or gone to the other side, but our bathroom is super tight, the toilet area, so I don't have a whole lot of room back there, but I definitely could have adjusted it from the other side. But let me tell you, this scrub brush and that Dawn power wash was so satisfying to watch it like swirl through the soap and get it all like, you can see where it was just breaking up all of the mildew, and it was super satisfying, and I could go back over and over it again if I wanted to, but fortunately that power wash was able to really break up the mildew, and it just felt so good after I was done. I loved being able to look through clear glass and know it was clean, and it worked out perfectly. So I would definitely recommend this Dawn dish soap and the scrub brush, as long as you have a charged drill or power drill, power tool, or whatever. It was definitely worth it.
I can't tell what's wrong or right. Should I go without saying goodbye? All I know is I need to be somewhere else to set me free. I don't know what to do now. Need to figure it out, but I don't know how. I hope the wind will carry me and take me away to where I should be. I don't know where I belong, but I keep on searching for my home. There's a hunger in my soul, makes me keep on trying, holding on. Take me all the way, all the way. Take me all the way, and I keep on searching for my home.
So you can see now that I'm in like the cracks and crevices. First of all, I like it because the drill lights everything up and you can kind of see what you're doing. but it seriously like busted out those pink, like the pink mildewy, whatever that's called. It completely busted that out, so I was super happy with that. And then you will see me go back in with a smaller round brush, and that is the one that I use to clean the range hood in the kitchen, and you will see how much grease comes out of it. It is so gross, but I cleaned it and fixed it, and it looks good now. So lesson learned, make sure you clean your brushes thoroughly after cleaning grease. But I do go in and try my best to get out all of the mildew off of the shower wall and off of the shower floor, so everything looked so much better when I was finished.
There's a hunger in my soul, makes me keep on trying, holding on, take me all the way, all the way, take me all the way. Yeah. Remember when we said we'd stay together, now until forever, just us, just us. Said we wouldn't be like all the others, fight and hurt each other. Not us, not us. But we let each other down, 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 down. Yeah, we let each other down, down, down.
Alright, so as you can see, the floor of the shower is like sudsing up because I put more of that Dawn Power Spray stuff on there. And it got it clean, but it was still looked stained. So I went back and took some of that Barkeeper's Friend and I sprinkled it onto the floor, and I let it sit for about an hour. I don't know if that helped anything, but I let it sit for an hour and then I scrubbed it again. And I think the bottom of the shower is just stained. I think that's all it is because I couldn't completely get the color up, but I know it's clean, so that's all that matters.
Just us. Said we wouldn't let things come between us. Let love rule, not beat us. Not us, not us. But we let each other down, 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 down. Yeah, we let each other down, 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 down. This shouldn't be.
So to make sure I got as much dirt and soap scum off of the wall and the Dawn spray that I put on there, I went back with the towel and just wiped it down as clean as I could. Couldn't easily like wash it down because the shower head didn't detach, but this was the closest alternative that I could come up with.
Remember when we said we'd stay together?
Alright, now I'm going in with this small round brush to get the corners, and you will see what happens in just a second. It's pretty comical.
Just us, just us, just us. This shouldn't be us. What came between us? When did we become?
I can just laugh at this point because all you see is grease coming out of that brush. So I went back and I soaked it in some more Dawn, and I tried to get as much of it out as I could, but I just went back and used what I had and got all the nastiness out. I did go back and re-soak the brush, so don't stress over that. It's clean, I promise.
Went for a walk with the stars last night.
I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for your support and your love and your continued thank you for supporting my channel. I love you guys dearly, and I forgot to close out this video, so this is kind of my closing remarks, but I was so happy with the way the shower turned out, and I am definitely going to have a part 2 to this video, so keep an eye out for that as well. And I have a Christmas video coming up very soon as well, so watch out for that one. But yeah, I'm really glad about how the shower turned out, and very pleasantly surprised at this dawn. And the scrub brush worked. Now you can see the small brush, and you can see how disgusting this turns out in just a second.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you can tell a huge difference, but I can at least like see my hand clearly now on the other side of the glass. I can see through it. It looks really good. It's not fogged like it was. We do need to replace the stripping at the bottom because it's just nasty, but the inside of the shower looks so much better. It's not perfect. It is an old shower. This house is like 8 years old, but it looks a lot better than it did. It is so much more like sanitized and clean, and it just feels better.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you all have a blessed day.